Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is June 2nd, 2024. We will be looking at Proverbs, yes, you guessed it, chapter 2. As I was reading this today, there was a verse that stood out to me, and without it putting it into context of what is being said, it leaves a little to be desired, but it's really important. It says, "For the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding." All of us want to have that wisdom, that knowledge, and that understanding. And it only comes from Yahweh. By the way, that was verse 6 of Proverbs chapter 2. But it comes in this way. Listen closely to wisdom and direct your heart to understanding. Furthermore, if you call out to insight and lift your voice to understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it like hidden treasure, then you will understand the fear of the Lord and discover knowledge. For Yahweh gives wisdom, and from his mouth knowledge and understanding. Yesterday we read in chapter 1, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. Fools despise wisdom and discipline. Today we get told you'll understand the fear of the Lord and discover the knowledge of God. The fear of the Lord is important, isn't it? But it's important because it puts you in the right place to have wisdom and knowledge and understanding that only comes from God. We can't possibly, yesterday I told you about understanding parables and understanding proverbs and sayings of the wise. You can't do it without God, right? The fear of the Lord. Today I'm telling you that all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that is necessary to have that relationship comes from God. But it comes from chasing him first. We have a lot of things important in our lives. Things that are absolutely critical. But if we don't make God first, we're going to be coming unshort. You need 1095, and you may only have 1093. You're going to come up short. In the world we live in, 1093 doesn't cut it unless somebody's left a couple of pennies sitting on the counter for you. Those couple of pennies sitting on that counter are when you're relying on God. When they're not sitting there, it's when you're not. Sometimes you get grace from someone else and they hand you 2 cents. And that's amazing. But it should be a reminder that we need to be pressing in to God. My son, if you accept my words and store up my commands within you, listen closely to wisdom, directing your heart to understanding, you do the work. More than that, if you call out to insight and lift your voice to understanding, if you seek it like silver and search for it like hidden treasure, then it is going to bring you to the wholeness and the completeness. Deborah, I'm assuming you're going to come back and watch this later. Facebook has been doing a thing the last couple of days, catching me live on Facebook has been glitchy. You have to go back and watch it later. From what I can tell, it's still working on YouTube, though. So, if it's not, my wife will let me know. Anyway, I love you guys. By the way, I'll be setting my schedule for YouTube for next week here in about 10 minutes or so. So, in about a half an hour, go look on my YouTube channel. It will have the schedule for the next week's lives there. Go to each one and ask to be notified, and it will notify you as you go about this. So, with all of that said, everything I shared today, the Lord gives wisdom. From his mouth comes knowledge and understanding. But unless you're chasing it, you're not going to hear it. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.